Okay, I'm in the country of Colombia, and I've lived in 114 countries, and I've been doing that for 26 plus years. And I got this product that I was asked to review, and I was really proud of the company because this person, maybe Miro, kept writing me. Okay, I get maybe, I don't know, 3 to 5 or 8 press releases a day. I often write them. Okay, and generally press releases, what they're doing is they're fishing. Okay, but this particular company was incredibly professional. Okay, so I asked. They said that they gave me the terms. They said, "Well, we will send you 3 of these things." Okay, and they sent me the link on Amazon where I could buy it, and it's $9.99. And what this is a plug that you put into the wall. Okay, now it's got a ground plug here, then it's got another plug that goes into the bottom ground, so it sort of sets in. And what is the biggest problems I have learned by living in, say, I don't know, 800 plus hotel rooms and looking at about 10,000 homes because I was a real estate broker, is that the electrical systems have a lot of problems. Okay, like when I used to flip homes, when I would buy them and then flip them, what I would do is I'd go through and change all the plugs in the house and then put new plates on it because it really made the house look good. But a lot of people don't really understand how to, they're afraid of electricity. So this is a system that allows you to have 6 different grounded plugs, okay? And then it's also got 2 USB ports. And then it's got another port that I'm not really sure what it's for. My friend Rich was looking at it. He was kind of proud they had it, and I gave one to him. And so what you want to do when you're plugging and unplugging things is not plug and unplug things, okay? The worst thing you can ever do for a plug to create a good contact is use it. I'll never forget my Thai girlfriend. I had one of those little extension things, and she took it apart and then rebent you can go in here and you can bend these things back together so that they have a good connection again. I actually carry a 12 gauge wire that is about this long, that is the distance to go up to a plug, that I have it bent over, that I can actually push it into the plug and twist it when I had a really bad connection. I burned up a connection in Ethiopia. It was like really, was getting so much arcing that it burned up. When I was in Nepal, it was amazing. The plugs were so sloppy because so many people had put in things. This is a very common problem inside a hotel, but it's also a problem when the consumer, has an iPhone that's worth $2,000, $1,000, a Samsung or Apple, and you keep plugging in, plugging out, plugging in, plugging out. This creates a sloppy plug. Okay, so what this does is it relieves one of the major problems that you have and one of the biggest dangers for your smartphone. You put this in the wall, and you could have 2 people using the wall plug, and it's got a USB port. So this goes in there, and you just would leave this wire always connected. So you go to some place and you buy an extra wire. You don't want to continually use the same. You really want to be really judicious about how often you plug in your phone, because each specific phone jack, like the end of this jack, has only so much lifetime, right? And so I can have this plugged into the wall. I leave this plugged in, and then I just walk up and I put the phone onto it. It works really good in the kitchen counter. So what you do is I was in my sister's house, and right next, she literally has this really weird plug where she plugs it up there, and I tried to give her an option. But she's one of these people that just always plugs in the same plug. Okay, I have I have over, I don't know, 10 of these different wires, okay? And I use them because I'm extremely worried about connections, but I have seen plugs burn up. Okay, so if you really value your smartphone and you consider it, you realize that it really costs most of you about $1,000. What you want to do is have a very solid connection, and the only way to do that is by making sure that this connection is solid and that you don't plug, unplug, plug, unplug. That breaks the plug. So any device that you plug and unplug. So now, don't get me wrong. There's 6 of these plugs, and you don't really want to plug in the microwave. There's high voltage things that should be directly plugged in, like a refrigerator. But you know, there are so many electrical appliances right now that people judiciously need to realize that when you plug in the refrigerator, the microwave, and I don't know, different devices, electrical devices into the same line, coming to the same circuit, you're overloading it, causing electrical fires, okay? But
Good morning.
hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you? He said, I think he spoke English to me. I'm in Colombia, so they speak Spanish. I'm pretty fluent in Spanish and French. But this plug by BN Link, okay, now what's also good is this company is called BN Link, okay? There's 2 different BN, maybe I can show it. BN Link. And then it's N ampersand HBN. So you can search for the letters BN / link, and what'll happen is you'll start discovering it. I'll put this link onto the screen here so that you can constantly search. One of the biggest problems on finding products is you got to have a really simple thing to search for. But I was very excited when I finally started to do more research, because Miro, this person that was doing this press release to me, was extremely vigilant. Okay, whoever did it was very good. Okay, and here's their kind of motto: BN, Link, and HBN, and all our employees have a dream to make our customers' lives easier and more enjoyable. And how do you do that? You make it so that there's less decisions to make. So the decision to plug in your, when it's a 2-step process and you're plugging in your cell phone all the time, that's 2 things to think about. This is just walk up, grab the wire, and put your phone into it. Simple, one less decision. And but when I did more research on their thing, they never told me that they were really looking at smart homes. Okay, and I'm in the process of designing a smart home. I want to build a smart home that has all the automation to make your life really simple. I'm going to have to move because of the sun shining in my eyes. Hold on a second. Okay, so the worst possible thing you can do is plug and unplug into a plug. So say you live in a house for 20 years, that plug becomes an arc point where you put the 2-prong thing in there, or the 3-prong, and it starts to stretch. So this is a system to alleviate one of the biggest problems that people have that they don't realize they have. Okay, because when the electrical current jumps from one thing, from a loose connection, it can kill a phone. Okay, and it also destroys memory. So the worst possible thing is to have any kind of arcing of electricity. So this product by BN Link is part of their smart home series. So they got these products. There's 2 different companies, it seems to be. You got BN Link, and then you have this HBN. So BN / Link and HBN is on your screen. But to make your life more enjoyable, that's their goal. And dedicated to serving a large customer base in the home improvement, electronics, and outdoor equipment sector. So what they're doing is there seem to be working with China and different products and bringing together products, gadgets. Now, a lot of you know that my nickname is Gadget, okay? So I have to be real careful when somebody starts sending me gadgets because I can get real OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. I really enjoy gadgets and whatever, and I would, if I could, if I had millions of dollars, I would buy every gadget there was. But I'm designing a smart automated home. There's in the Wikipedia, the term is like automated home devices, okay? And I'm trying to give a extremely small home that is one less decision so that you have the simplest lifestyle possible. But cord management, electrical cord management and electrical wires are a big problem. I often buy little short cords so I have less wires, okay? Certain things you need a little short cord, and on some cords, like I have almost a 12 or 18 foot long wire that I put in a hotel room so it can go all the way across. Sometimes they only give you one plug. And then I have my special universal wiring adapter, but I'm extremely adaptive. I'm extremely mechanical. So this company is the ideal company if you are if you're a gadget person, if you're a nerd like me that wants every possible toy there is. Okay, so I was really proud of them because they didn't just send me one. Some of these people, what you want in a company is a company that overdoes it, okay? Overperforms. And this company has done nothing but overperform with me. They have written me 6-8 emails in a very judicious time frame asking me how I'm proceeding on. I had to really study the product, and I don't just open up a product and do a review because that is like a payment for the product. I want to make sure that the company is also good before I give a review. I've actually made videos and then decided not to publish because I didn't trust the company. Okay, but I trust this company to perform in a lot of different ways because they sent me 3 of the products, which is a $30 investment. Plus they sent me multiple emails. They're professional. They reply to emails. I have somebody to talk to because when you buy a product, especially one of these kind of nerd type products like this gadget, you want to be able to communicate with the company and try to know that they're going to give you the directions, the knowledge. And in a way, what I would like on every single product on the planet is for the company to create like 8 videos trying to explain different ways to use their product. But they sent me this product, but they also offered to give me a 10% commission for anybody to do it. I don't do that. I don't take commissions or I don't take any kind of advertising because what happens is that skews my opinion. But I can actually say this is an ideal product to put on your wall. Now, it looks like they might have the actual plug like that you could install inside the wall. I don't know. I didn't really look that close, but it would in the ideal home you would have 6 plugs on every wall with probably about 6 different USB ports, and you'd have every unit and they have to be like 8 feet apart so that you always you never have to use an extension cord. The minute that you're using an extension cord and you're creating connection, you're creating a problem, okay? So the goal here is to always plug in directly, but you also don't want to overload a circuit. So this is a problem because in kitchens right now, they're constantly overloading circuits, and they ought to, in a way, when you're in a smart home, what you should have is you should see that this circuit starts here and this circuit starts here, and maybe say only have 2 plugs per breaker switch. Okay, 2 plugs per breaker switch. Why? You don't want to overload that circuit. You want it, but you also want it to be able to break. And you want if it is overloaded, you want the circuit to break. My mother couldn't use her microwave inside. It was kind of dangerous because she had a overloaded circuit in the kitchen, and then she had to use the microwave on the back porch, and she had to walk down a step. I put a bar there so that she could do it. Many people really need to, especially when they get older, they need to make their house safer, okay? And a lot of the problem is that these circuits are highly overloaded. You should have one specific circuit for the microwave in a way. You ought to have one specifically for the refrigerator. I highly recommend you don't use microwaves very much, or at least put them in a, I don't know, what do you call it, those Faraday cages or something. These are very bad for electrical magnetic forces, okay? EMF or something, okay? But I thank you very much, Miro, for continually following up. Why? You proved you was professional. You proved you was a company that was professional. You communicated very kindly. You was very generous, and you proved. But if you want to have a smart home, this is a company to go to. So I'm Andy Lee Graham, and if nothing I can tell you is you don't want to plug, unplug devices. That wears out your plugs, and it causes an arcing and a possible fire, okay? You don't want a fire in your house because you plugged and unplugged. But you can see kids plugging, unplugging, plugging. I don't know how many airports I go into, and there's like a big basket full of people plugging in their wires, and they put a little counter on here so that, and I sit there and I go, how stupid could I be? I'm going to put it on the edge of this counter where it can fall off. You want to have your phone in a place where it cannot fall off and drop and lose $1,000. You guys with Apple phones, sometimes I just don't believe it. Okay, but again, this is the HBN link. And it's just a tickler system to say, go further and go look at their smart home devices. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go look at all their devices and realize that so far my first impression with this company is it's a reputable company. It's bringing in together. See, everybody thinks that, made in the United States. What you want to do is really go out into the whole world and extract all the greatest ideas and bring them together into one place. And that what I think this company is doing. I thank you very much, HBN Link, for sending me this device. I'm a little concerned whether it's 220, 110 thing. Can I use it anywhere in the world? Can I use it in a 220 country? But I think they're addressing all these issues. Okay, I'm Andy Lee Graham. I've lived in 114 countries. I've been doing it for over 26 years, and I can tell you, I really know a lot about electrical problems, okay? Because I have to protect 2 computers and two different smartphones and all these different gadget devices that I carry with me. And I'm very good at optimizing a situation. And HBN Link, I'm proud of you for optimizing your professionalism. And that's what we want to do. We want to buy a company and a product, and then we want to buy the customer service. Thank you. Andy Lee Graham. You guys go check out this smart home stuff. It's pretty cool.